G'day everyone, Matt from Panda Garage. Today we're doing a bit of a different video to the normal. I'm out here with my mate Scotty from YouTube. We haven't filmed in a long time, but we're actually out in the bush. We've been doing a bit of metal detecting, but I thought since we're out in the sort of northern part of Victoria, it's a popular hotspot for dumping of cars, so we're going to have a bit of a wander around today and see what kind of old cars we can find. But first one we found right here, it's a half cut of a FB Holden, so probably 57, 58. Actually no, it'd probably be more 58, 59 because we've got the FC before it, I think. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting the fact that they've cut the car in half, but the chrome's still all there, and that, as you can see, that is like a plasma cutter. It's literally chopped it in half, so someone wanted half of it and then just dumped the rest of it, and then the rest of the body is over here, which is the rear of it by the looks of it. As you can see, not a whole lot left. Actually, this might have been most of the body, to be honest, because that looks like the front of the shell. Actually, you know what, I don't even know if that is part of this car. This might be a bit older. Actually, I think it is older. Ah, you know why is that? That's facing forward. That's not actually the shell. That is. This actually looks like might be an actual old Ford crew cab or single cab. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be looking at today. So join me on Panda Explorers. Oh, I shouldn't say Panda Explorers, it's Panda Garage. So join me on Panda Garage. We should have a bit of fun. This is going to be good. So we're on to our next little item here, and it's this old, the back of a shell. I'm going to assume that this is probably something British. Sort of the style of the back sort of says that was probably a British car, mainly because the wheel well is very small as well. But yeah, interesting. So we're heading up like this trail in the bush here, and hopefully we'll find some more. Scotty's been up here before and he's noticed a fair chunk of stuff, so we're going to keep pushing on and see what else we can find. Alright guys, we've hit like quite a big pile here. So we're coming around the corner. Right. They go all the way up the hill. There's heaps of them. But this is I'm pretty sure this is either a Ford Prefect or a Ford Angular. So you'd remember the Angular is actually from the Harry Potter films. Believe it or not. This is Ron Weasley's? It could be Ron Weasley's. It does look like an Angular, but it could also be a Prefect, which I'm starting to think it may be a Prefect. Yeah, it's most likely an old Ford, but this one is unusual because it isn't a 4-door. This is actually a 2-door. So, unfortunately, most of it. So this is definitely a British car, as you can always tell because they've got no space in them. This has also had all the tags removed off it, so there is a possibility that it got either thumped or someone was using this for other reasons, but very cool nonetheless. And then we've got bumper bar there. Yeah, that is mangled, especially after that tree came down on it. Jeez, rough. And we've got a whole bunch of other cars up here that we'll get to in a moment. Alright guys, so we're on to the next one. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos. If you like these sort of random, sort of like looking at archaeology gold when it comes to cars, let me know in the comments. But we're on to our next little allotment here. Now, that is, I was going to say it's an FJ, but I don't think it is. There's a whole bunch of them, they all look very similar. Because that front sort of looks like it would be an FJ Holden, which it most likely is. But all the VIN number tags have been removed off this as well. It's got space for a 6-cylinder though, so could be possible. possible. Mangled steering wheel. It's crazy seeing all these. It's all parts everywhere. You know what? I have a feeling that all of these might be very similar to each other. Yeah. I don't know. See this one? This one to me does say FJ because of the front, but I could be completely wrong. So I'm going off memory here. I'm not looking this up on the fly or anything like that. Like that car there, that is what's left of a, I think that might be an FC or an E car. No, it's an FC, or yeah, maybe an FC. What do you call it? Wagon. It's like completely mangled, but that's really cool. And then you've got, see, the body's been cut off this. That's completely destroyed. See, I couldn't even tell you what that is. There's nothing left of it. But that other car in front of us there, I don't remember exactly what it was last time I was here. I don't know actually what that car was there. There's a few cars here that look a lot older than they probably are. That, I mean, could be an FX, maybe. 4, 5 cars. That might be FX actually. Yeah, very strange.
Jeez. What have we got here, Panda, you reckon?
That is actually would have been a wagon.
Oh yeah?
It's completely mangled, but it's like an FC maybe, so it's like still 50s, maybe early 60s. I've changed my mind about this first one. I thought it might have been like an FJ, but the body shape is not right to be an FJ. It's like too square at the back. I'll have to look back up and see what I can find in terms of what this car is, but it is sweet nonetheless. But sometimes it's just so hard to tell what these things are after a while. I mean, you have to have pretty extensive knowledge of like every car. But there's like bits here, bits over there. There's bits everywhere up this hill. It's like a valley of death when it comes to. Alright guys, we've just walked for a while. It gets a bit eerie up here. The silence, but we're like still sort of in around housing somewhat. But what we have here, this is either a HD or a HR Kingswood wagon. So looking at the 60s here, like seriously, the colour, not only has the colour survived a lot, which is pretty cool, but the chrome work. The chrome handles on this car are immaculate. Just trying to put it way down here. This car was probably thumped at some point. Yeah, you can't tell by the front, but it's probably a HD maybe. Oh, it could be a HR. It's very hard to tell. But yeah, this has had all the guts taken out of it, all the good stuff, and dumped in the bush, but it's had the roof hacked off it and everything. Yeah, it's real weird. Yeah, love the chrome work though, very cool. So we've either got an option of going like up that way, heading more into the bush, or going this way, up that way, or going down into the gully. So we're sort of right deep in the bush now, so these cars are starting to go from like wreckers type cars to probably like legally dumped or illegally dumped. Yeah, it's very odd finding stuff in the bush, but yeah, we'll keep pushing on. So, not even slightly down from this other car, this is of course a Tirana. So it looks like it was two-tone at one point. It's a two-door. You know what? I mean, I know Tiranas are starting to get a bit hard to find these days, but this one's actually, I was going to say it's not bad condition, but the floor's completely rotted in it. But if you're needing parts, definitely still has a lot of parts here. So I mean, this could be an LJ, could be, what was the one that came after that? LJ, or yeah, Dad would know if he had one. LC, that's it. LC or LJ, two-door Tirana. So this is really cool. I'll get some photos of this. Scotty says there's actually some more cars further down, so we'll get onto that in a moment.
Keep walking down there. I think there's more down that way.
Okay.
Hard to tell, but fuck that cloud over. This is like it's gonna rain.
Nah. So up the hill there, we might pass it later on, but it's a like a another HD or HR sedan, but this might be the motor out of it, to be honest. This is a it's got HP printed in the block, so I'm thinking it's the 186S motor that Holden used to build, but it could have even come out of Tirana, to be honest. But we're slowly heading down into this like gully, and we're hoping that we might see some more stuff. But yeah, it's been very interesting. It sort of reminds me of my childhood when I was with my brother and we used to disappear into the bush in King Lake, and you used to find so many cars out there. I remember like old FC and FE Holdens being out in the bush, like really old 50s type cars, even 30s type cars out there, and they were always like untouched. It was like people just dumped them out there for insurance jobs. So yeah, it's been a bit of fun having a look at these old cars and trying to guess what they are. So yeah, doing alright. We're just sorry guys, I'm keeping an eye on the ground because we're going down this steep gully. We've actually dropped quite a fair bit since we started walking from that station wagon, so hopefully we can find some more stuff. Alright, so we're sort of now at nearly at the bottom of the gully, and look at this. It's either this was like a dam at some point, or this was like a natural billabong, but the way this sort of that wall is, I don't know if it was, but very cool. You can tell like all of the animals have just been coming down here to get their drink. Scotty's actually having a look at this little campsite up the hill there, and I've just walked over a section that looked like it had an old shed on it. All the posts are there, but you know what, this has been really interesting. We're sort of in a spot that we've actually been to before on my other channel. We went looking for a mine nearby here long time ago, and it's sort of back up that hill there. It's nearly on the opposite side of that, but we had no luck at the time trying to find it. But this has been really good. I'm hoping that we'll see a few more cars on the way, but if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you let me know, and yeah, it should be really good. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to check us out on Instagram, Facebook, leave your comments, your questions, all of that, and I'll get back to you guys soon. I've just noticed another car up the hill. We might go have a quick look at that before we leave. Guys, this is the car I just noticed just as I was about to wrap up. But to me this looks like a HK maybe. It's full of barbed wire, just dumped out here. Oh, it's got no front on it, so that doesn't help. How cool is that though? And then up the hill, kind of looks like, I actually don't know what that is. Oh, it might be a Cortina. Oh no, it's a Tirana. It's another Tirana. I'll get up to that in a second. So guys, I don't know what keeps happening or what's wrong with me. I keep bush bashing, and I found another car. So it's really in dense woodland. So this, I'm pretty sure, looks to be like an old Corolla or something. But I was just up on an old mining road. It's at the back of a sort of mine around here that got demolished there a long time ago. But oh geez, yeah, tucked it right up on the hill here. So this is definitely dumped out here, I can tell you that much. I don't even know how they got it down here, to be honest. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Corolla. Yeah, pretty sure it's a Corolla. Or it could be a Datsun. Either one, but very cool nonetheless.